students, now let's start a new topic of number 3, that is a Pythagorean triplet. Now the definition of this one, it says an integers x, y and z is called Pythagorean triplet if x square plus y square is equal to z square. We denote it as x, y, z. Example 1. 3, 4, 5 is Pythagorean triplet because 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 square. Second, 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet because 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 13 square. Third, 3, 8, it should be 6, 8, 10 is a Pythagorean triplet because 6 square plus 8 square equal to 10 square. Fourth, 4, 5, 7 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Is not a Pythagorean triplet because 4 square plus 5 square is equal to 41. It is not equal to 7 square. Again, let us see one more definition. Primitive Pythagorean triplet. Primitive Pythagorean triplet. A Pythagorean triplet x, y, z is called a primitive if GCD of x, y, z is equal to 1. For example 3, 4, 5, 12, 13 are primitive Pythagorean triplets. Are primitive Pythagorean triplets, but but 6, 8, 10 is not primitive Pythagorean triplet. Is not primitive Pythagorean triplet. Now let's see a remark. If XYZ is a Pythagorean triplet, then for any positive integer k, kx, ky and kz is also a Pythagorean triplet. For example, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, then 9, 12, 15, 12, 16, 20 and so on are the Pythagorean triplets. Now let's see one theorem, or you can say a lemma to that one. Also we have to look for its proof. So lemma: if U and V be relatively prime, positive integers and UV is perfect square, then U and V both perfect square. Okay, so proof: let U equal to P1 raised to alpha 1, P2 raised to alpha 2 and so on up to PR raised to alpha r, and V equal to Q1 raised to beta 1, Q2 raised to beta 2 and so on up to Qk raised to beta k. Claim both U and V are perfect square. Now let's see U and V are perfect square, that is powers of all primes are what? Even. That means they are perfect square. Means this alpha is are even, beta is are even. That thing we have to prove. So now note that here, as U and V are relatively prime positive integers, so this prime factorization of U and V are what? Different. That is P1, P2 and so on up to PR are distinct from Q1, Q2 and so on up to what? Qk, because U and V are relatively prime. Now let P be the prime dividing U. P is any prime among these which divides U, and let alpha be the highest power of P dividing U. That is, P raised to alpha divides U, but highest power we are assuming, means P raised to alpha plus 1 doesn't divide what? U. Okay. This gives P raised to alpha divides UV also. Since P doesn't divide V. That is, P raised to alpha divides UV, but P raised to alpha plus 1 doesn't divide UV. Highest power doesn't divide this. Highest than that. Okay. So since UV is perfect square. UV is a perfect square. This is given to us. If UV perfect square, then U and V both perfect. That thing we have to prove. And alpha is the highest power. Alpha is the highest power of P dividing UV. This gives alpha must be even. This shows that all powers of P1, P2 and so on up to PR are even. This implies U must be perfect square. This implies U must be perfect square. Similarly, V is perfect square. V is a perfect square. This is about the proof of this lemma. Now, let me take a small example on this lemma itself. Here, 36 is perfect square. 36 is perfect square. And 36 can be written as 12 into 3. Then 12 and 3 are not perfect squares. Because GCD of 12 and 3 is not equal to what? 1. But 36 is equal to 9 into 4. Then 9 and 4 are perfect squares. Because GCD of 9 and 4 is what? 1. GCD of 9 and 4 is 1. So now let's go for the next lemma. Let's see that one. Another lemma. It is about the primitive Pythagorean triplet. Okay. If x, y, z is primitive Pythagorean triplet, then one of the integers x and y is even and other is odd. Okay, so now proof of this. Suppose both x and y are even. Suppose both x and y are even. Okay, that is x is equal to 2k1, y is equal to 2k2, where k1, k2 belongs to what? Set of integer. This implies 2 divides x and 2 divides what? Y. That is 2 divides x square and 2 divides y square. That is 2 divides x square plus y square, and xyz is a primitive Pythagorean triplet is that. So 2 divides z square. Since it is a Pythagorean triplet, so x square plus y square is equal to what? Z square. This is the reason here. So that is 2 divides what? Z. Therefore 2 divides x, 2 divides y and 2 divides z. This implies GCD of x, y, z is greater equal what? 2, which is a contradiction. Which is a contradiction. 2 what? X, y, z is primitive Pythagorean triplet. If it will be primitive Pythagorean triplet, their GCD should be what? 1. It won't be greater equal to. That way it is a contradiction. Okay. Why does this occur? Because we assume both are what? Even. Now, if another possibility, if x and y both odd, then x is equal to 2k1 plus 1 and y equal to 2k2 plus 1. k1, k2 are what? Integers. Okay. So if x is 2k1 plus 1, y is 2k2 plus 1, what about x square? X square is equal to 4k1 square plus 4k1 plus 1. Y square equal to 4k2 square plus 4k2 plus 1. Now, what is x square plus y square? X square plus y square equal to 4k1 square plus 4k2 square plus 4 into k1 plus k2 plus 2. That is x square plus y square minus 2 equal to 4 in bracket k1 square plus k2 square plus k1 plus k2. This one we can write as such. Fine. So this gives us, this part can be written as 4 into some integer. k1 k2 are integers, so this is also an integer. So this says 4 divides x square plus y square minus 2. That is x square plus y square congruence to 2 modulo 4. That is x square plus y square is what? Z square. Z square congruence to 2 modulo 4. Now this is also a contradiction. To what? A square of any integer won't give a remainder 2 after dividing by 4. A square of any integer must give a remainder either 0 or 1 while dividing by 4. So which is a contradiction, to square of any integer, gives remainder 0 or 1 when divided by what? 4. Which shows that while assuming both are even, then also we get a contradiction. While assuming both are odd, then also we get a contradiction. So which shows that one of the x and y is even and other is odd. Now from this let's write 2 remarks. If it is a Pythagorean triplet, then one of the integer x and y is even, then other is what? Odd. So now remark 1. If x, y, z is a Pythagorean triplet, then by above lemma, one of the integer x and y is even and other is odd, then z must be odd integer. Because if z is even integer, then z square is even. If z is even, then z square is even. As one of x and y is even and other is odd, then one of x square and y square is even and other is odd. This implies x square plus y square is an odd integer. Okay, that is, but x square plus y square is equal to z square, and z square is even, which is a contradiction. Therefore, z must be an odd integer. Now remark 2. If x, y, z is primitive Pythagorean triplet, then GCD of xy equal to GCD of yz equal to GCD of xz is what? 1. Suppose GCD of xy is equal to d, which is greater than 1. So this gives d divides x and d divides y. Let p be any prime dividing d, that is p divides d. If p divides d divides x, then p must divide what? X. So this gives p divides x, and similarly for y also p divides what? Y. That gives p divides x square and p divides what? Y square. So that implies p divides x square plus y square, that is p divides z square. P divides z square, that gives p divides z, since p is prime. But it is given in a question that xyz is a primitive Pythagorean triplet, so their GCD should be what? 1. So if p divides z, p divides x, p divides y, and p won't be 1, so their GCD will become p in that case. So this is a contradiction. That's why GCD of xy won't be d greater than 1, while it will be what? 1 only. That is, GCD of x comma y should be what? 1 only. Now here we will stop. Here onwards, some theorems and examples we will see in next video. Thank you.